reached the midpoint of the LIV Golf season, and just outside the nation's capital, the heat is on. It's LIV Golf Virginia, presented by Modern. As the temperature rises, so do the stakes, both in the individual race, where Niemann and Bryson are locked in, and the team battle, where Legion 13 are leading the way. On a championship caliber test like Robert Trent Goins Golf Club, power plays and precision will decide who takes control. Welcome to the Club 54 pre-round show. I'm your host, Christian Crosby, joined by the one and only three-time PGA Tour winner and 4 Aces legend, Pat Perez, and your favorite LIV Golf analyst, my best friend forever, Jerry Faults. Forever and ever and ever. It's been a little while. It's good to be back, but you guys didn't give me the memo on the blue polos. I'm feeling a little left out.
Yeah, you never lacked for being in style, though. You set the trend.
You look good, baby. Look good.
You got to love it. Well, let's talk golf a little bit. There's been so much that went down since we last spoke. So many storylines to chat about. We have Jon Rahm. We have Joaquin Niemann at the top of the leaderboard. Bryson DeChambeau absolutely crushing it. Of all the storylines we could talk about, what's at the top of the list for you guys?
For me, it's Bryson DeChambeau. The way he played in the majors, he's finished in the top 6 in the last 5 major championships that have been conducted on American soil. Had a chance to win the PGA, as did Jon Rahm. Both of them late in Sunday had a chance to win the PGA. In Bryson's mind, he might have let two majors slip through his fingertips already this year.
I agree. You know, it's been a month, but you know, the boys showed up well. Waco got his first top 10 in a major. You know, they were all tied with Scotty coming down the stretch. You know, but these guys are playing phenomenal. I think they're going to continue on the way they have been.
It's easy to see Bryson DeChambeau is the talk of the town. His last 5 finishes are in the top 5, including a win at our last event in Korea and impressive runs at the Masters and PGA Championships. This guy's just playing incredible golf. What is going on with Bryson DeChambeau?
It's his driver is what it is. I mean, the driver, I'm telling you, I say it every week, but this driver, I'm telling you, I've never seen a guy hit a driver like he has. And there's been some phenomenal long and straight drivers before, but this guy is just, it's another level.
Yeah, the driver is getting it done. To be honest, his stats, including the major championships he's played in the last couple of years, but especially this year, and especially the LIV stats included, his iron play is awful by his standards. He's 27th in our league in accuracy with the scoring clubs in approach play, and 18th in putting. You can't imagine a guy doing what he's doing score-wise and being in those 2 categories in those 2 hugely important stats. It's amazing.
Well, we have 13 guys going to the U.S. Open next week, 13 of our LIV players, one of them including Bryson DeChambeau. Of course, he's the defending champion. Last guy to go back-to-back is Brooks Koepka. What are we expecting from Bryson next week?
He's going to be there at the end. I can tell you that right now. I expect him to play well. Hatton, Rahm. You know, Patrick Reed likes that course. I've gotten a lot of feedback from the guys up there. They say this is a pretty good course as far as similarity. But a lot of guys have played there before. So they played 16, I played in 07. It is a very, very difficult course. But, you know, if Bryson's hitting that driver the way he is, I'm telling you he's going to be there at the end again.
Well, this place seems like a pretty perfect prep, perhaps, for next week. How about this course? How do you think it lines up for these guys as they prepare for next week?
To a player, they've said this is going to be great prep for the U.S. Open next week for those 13 players going to the U.S. Open, but that's not first and foremost on their mind. We're past the halfway point in terms of individual competition in the LIV Golf League, and all those guys are still fighting to be top dog. This is going to be a huge statement this week because this probably is the most complete course, absent, say, Valderrama, that we play all year. The best test for these guys.
Pat, are you hearing anything from the guys in regards to if they love this course, how they're feeling about this course? What are you hearing back behind the scenes?
They do love it. This is one of the best American courses we've played on the LIV in the last 3.5 years. It's a true test. It's long. We're going to have some wind. We're going to have some rain, which is going to make it play longer. The greens are running about 13.4, which is very similar to next week at Oakmont. These guys are excited about it. The facilities are amazing. Everything about it's been great. Everyone's excited.
All right, we're going to talk more about that in a little bit, but first let's toss it over to Rachel Drummond. She's with one of the newest faces in the LIV Golf League, 2024 U.S. Amateur Champion Lelay Ballester, newest member of the Fireballs, heating it up. Rachel, what's going on over there?
I'm getting tapped on the shoulder. Stop distracting me. What a stud, first off. He's got so much swag, but I've done a breakdown of his swing, Christian, because, you know, that's what I love to do. And he is so strong, club face in a great position. You can see him going through his routine, not changing anything, which is so important when you get to the pro ranks. And talk about full circle. You know, Sergio was his mentor, and now he's his team captain. Like, things don't happen like that in LIV, and that's what makes it so special.
Biaser seem to be fitting in with the Fireballs. What's the vibe like out there?
I mean, they're such a good team, and when you've got someone like Sergio at the top, you know, it's going to be great. He just seems like he's got that steely determination. He walked past me earlier, and he gives that look similar to, you know, teammates like Answer, and he's up for the challenge. He doesn't look out of place at all.
It's different, isn't it, Pat? The generation and how, when they do come to the pro ranks, how they're ready to play. We don't know how he's going to play today. We don't know how he's going to play the rest of the season, but we know what he's capable of, and he does. He carries himself with a little bit of that aura that used to take time to develop.
Yeah, the kids of today, when I came out of college, it's totally different. These kids hit it a mile. They're all in great shape. They all work hard. They all ask questions. This kid looks ready. I mean, he's. I've watched him at ASU hit balls, and I've watched him play a little bit. He's like, I don't want to say he's going to be Rom, but he is as prepared as I've seen anyone come out of ASU, really, or, you know, a U.S. amateur champion like Rom was.
Well, Rachel, we're about midway through the season now. Is there anything else you're observing out there? Is the energy a little different from all of the guys as you see them warming up?
I mean, I keep looking at the main man just here. Are you still looking at his swing?
What's he got in his pants? Those tree trunks?
I know. He's like Ram. And also, if you've got parents that are Olympians in their own right, you know, it's in the genetics. But is there anyone that I am looking forward to seeing play? I mean, Neiman came off the back of having his one best major result, so I think he's, you know, someone to look forward to. And it's a course where you need to be striking the ball well into the greens. These greens are big. You need precision. So, you know, someone that leads that sort of stats like a Hatton could be a man.
All right, well, thank you so much, Rachel. We'll hope to hear from you a little bit later in the Club 54 pre-round show. But thanks for that, Rachel. Pat, that's an ASU guy.
Yeah.
You've seen him before. What are your thoughts on him?
We have 7, including me, which I'm not playing anymore, but with 7 from ASU now. They're in 6th in the field. So ASU has produced a lot of great players. I expect him to play well. He worked really hard. You know, Coach Thurman, he said he just rant and rave about him. He's ready to go.
All right, well, as we head into our shotgun start, it's now time to talk about our marquee groupings as we head into round 1, starting with our big dogs looking to get some second half of the season momentum. Dustin Johnson, Cam Smith, Brooks Koepka. Jerry, thoughts?
Cam Smith said it's taken him longer to get back into form than it has in previous years when he has fallen out of form. He's hoping, and he says, you know, golf's a crazy game. It can change this week. Brooks Koepka, we just don't know. He lives for majors, but he hasn't played well in the majors. He hasn't played all that well out here, absent a couple of weeks. We don't know what we're going to see out of him. And DJ's just the ultimate wild card right now. The once dominant player out here, he could flip the switch in a heartbeat, but you never really know.
Let's talk about Group 2. John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, Joaquin Neiman. Is this most likely the group that steals the show today? Pat?
Yeah, I'll be with this group today. You know, Bryson and Rahm, they had a little disappointing at the finish, at the finish of the PGA, but they were still happy that they were in contention to win. They were tied to lead with 4 holes to go. So they were excited about that. Walker's obviously won 3 times this year. I don't want to say he's the underdog of this group, but, you know, with 3 wins, he really isn't. But I expect fireworks in this group. I know everyone's going to come out to watch Bryson today, so I'm looking forward to him hitting that driver.
For sure, Pat. Go ahead, Jerry.
I just think Walker overcame a huge mental hurdle at the PGA Championship. He put so much pressure on himself going into the majors after being, you know, somewhat dominant out here this year. I think that was a huge mental hurdle to overcome. I think he'll play well this week, and I think he'll play well next week.
We're going to dive into the individuals a little bit more, Pat, but Jerry, you got to head out. You got to go to the main show. Any last words?
I can't make a graceful exit without crossing in front of the cameras, though, so I got to hang.
Fair enough, Jerry. Thank you so much. Enjoy the main show. More to come here on the Club 54 pre-round show. Some team chat with Don Boule and Suen Hang, and a special guest. It's LIV Golf Virginia, presented by Modern. As we hit the midway point of the LIV Golf season, the team race is tighter than ever. Legion 13 leads the way, but there are some teams on their tail. To talk about the team race a little bit more, here's Don Boule and Suen Hang.
Some teams to highlight this week, Dom, on a golf course like the Robert Trent Jones Golf Club. I like Legion 13 personally. In my opinion, I think they're the team with the deepest depth. Obviously, John Rahm has not finished outside the top 10. Tyrrell Hatton, a very good second shot player. Tom McKibben has been a fantastic addition to the team. And Caleb Surratt, who's obviously been proven to show up when it matters the most. I do like them this week.
Yeah, why wouldn't you, Suen? I mean, that's a strong team, but I'm going with the Crushers, coming off their 9-shot victory in Korea, Bryson winning the individual, Charles Howell coming in second place. And this course, you can't fake it around here. This is a ball strikers course, and, you know, Bryson, Charles Howell are playing well, they're ball strikers. Paul Casey, one of the best ball strikers in the last 20 years, and Anaban, he's all about the team. He's a great player, so I'm going with Crushers this week.
Big thanks to Dom and Suen, and there is the beautiful shot of that beautiful course here in Virginia. And here are the team standings. Let's take a look at where we stand halfway through. The team standings are starting to take shape. It's Legion 13 at the top. Fireballs are right on their heels, though. Pat, thoughts?
I think they got to, you know, Legion's the team to beat. I think so. But Crushers are playing great.
All right, check out this video. Justin Timberlake, Travis Kelce, and Andrew Santino just soaking up the golf vibes out there on the course. Earlier, Santino joined us to keep this energy going that you're seeing right now. Here's our conversation with him. And now joining us, host from the No Bad Lies podcast, actor, comedian Andrew Santino. No stranger to the show, by the way. Welcome back, bro.
Thank you. It's great to be back out here. A nice, cool 87 degrees. I'm glad I wore pants.
We also got the production lights for you, too. Just
turn them up.
Just to cool you off.
Turn them up.
How's the podcast been going for you, man?
It's been going great, man. We're 9 weeks in. It's been incredible. We've had some great guests. We got some great secret people up on the way. I can't say too much, but I can say stars of television and film. What was my favorite episode? Pat Perez versus Fat Perez.
That was
the best
incredible.
one.
How
killed
was that
it.
for you,
That was
Pat?
fun, huh?
You love that or what?
I did. I had a blast. It was awesome. I finally got to get some answers on Fat Perez.
All right.
Yeah.
He was.
So I'm seeing money, but
He was honest.
he was
He
honest.
was. He was.
All right, well, we're midway through the season. It's now time for a midterm report from you, Andrew. I have a couple questions here. You have answers. Are you ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's have some fun. First question. If you had to caddy for one LIV player for the rest of the season, who would it be, and how long until you fake a hamstring injury to get out of it?
I was thinking about this. So who has the lightest bag? I would imagine Tyrrell Hatton for all the club throwing. So for every club that's out of the bag, I think it'd be a lighter bag.
It's
so
not
I wouldn't
DJ's
even fake
bag.
it.
I promise you, his bag's the heaviest.
That is the heaviest, right?
I don't know
Well,
why,
I might be.
but-
Cam Smith might have the heaviest bag because I don't know if fans know this. He has beers in his bag.
Yes, of course he does.
12 or 13 around.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's against policy, but
No, it's
there
not.
it is. Okay, good.
All right,
lit.
next
It's
Drink
question.
up. Drink up.
All right, do you think the LIV players are competing for wins or just trying not to get roasted by Pat Perez?
Well, they're going to get roasted by Pat anyway. I mean,
I haven't
that's
really had my opportunity, though. The guys play too well. I want the guys that don't play well.
right.
I
Well,
want the bottom
So you're
group.
just waiting for
Yeah,
that.
if
Pat.
I could take like the 48 to 54 guys, I have really a lot of fun.
who do you have in your sights right now? Anybody that you want to? I mean, there's guys that you just can't shoot at because they're too. I met Tom McKibben yesterday. I mean, he weighs maybe 94 pounds.
Yeah, there's
He's
too many
such a
guys that are
sweet
soft
kid.
too. I don't want, you
don't wanna bully that
A lot
guy.
of softy. I don't want. I can't go
yeah.
after Rom. You know, can't really, DJ's my boy. Can't go after him.
No.
Most of them are my boys, but I can't.
Can't do it.
That's all right. You're
Just
a
can't.
good guy, Pat. That's what it is.
That's
not
right.
That,
All
but
right,
just,
one more question. One more
Okay.
question, Andrew. All right, if LIV did a mid-season awards show, right, who's winning most likely to accidentally snap a wedge in half?
Most likely, probably, like I said, Terrell will probably
Yeah.
be it. Maybe P. Reed on
that's
the other
not
side of the
accidental either.
Right. That could happen.
But it's not accidentally.
No, it's on
gonna-
purpose.
It's gonna happen.
it's
Yeah.
accident?
Yeah, it's not.
I'll tell you, Joaquin Neiman might wake us up and might do something crazy, right?
Wow.
I mean, he swings out of his shoes. That kid's, I don't know what his ball speed is, but it's unbelievable.
Fast.
So fast.
Almost 190.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'm about
Because he
189.
hits it about 320. So
Me too,
you have
same
to
thing.
have, almost, doubled.
Yeah, doubled. Yeah. You got to have good swing speed. I'm going to guess maybe Joaquin might do something crazy. You never know.
You never know. That's one of the most poised guys we've ever seen. But
oh, yeah.
Fair. Fine. We'll take it. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us. We're definitely going to have you back soon, but thanks for the fun, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate you, boys.
Tough but fair.
God bless.
You gotta love Andrew Santino. He's an absolute good time. It's Live Golf Virginia, presented by Modern. Coming up, more chat on the team competition and individual. When the legendary architect Robert Trent Jones first saw this land, he called it aesthetically perfect. This week, Live Golf takes on this masterpiece. Take a deeper look.
Robert Trent Jones said that this was his masterpiece, and when he says it's something great, you know it's going to be a special course. The courses kind of flow with the land and integrate naturally into the environment.
We have some proper rough. The greens are very fast, and they're going to get firmer. So I think it's gonna be a great one.
Long rough, gotta be in the fairway, because the greens have a lot of movement, a lot of sections where you have to be very accurate to have a good birdie look, and if not, you're gonna have a tough up and down.
The course kind of changes quite a bit from front to back. Front nine is a bit more on the trees, a bit tighter. The back nine seems to be a little bit wider, but a little bit longer.
You got to really, drive it well, and then, hit your numbers with your irons.
It gives you a bit of room off the tees to drive the ball, but man, into the greens, you got to be precise. You got to get the ball on the right shelves, and yeah, the greens, they're going to be really quick.
They're some of the most treacherous, fastest contour greens I've seen. It's really the defense of the golf course. It's spectacular.
I got to say, it's absolutely beautiful here. What are your personal thoughts on this course, Pat?
Everything they said, it's phenomenal shape. It's a true golf course. Great challenge. I'm looking forward to see how these guys take it on.
Wonderful. Look at how beautiful that is. Guys are getting ready for round one here at Live Golf Virginia, presented by Modern. All right, guys, make sure you experience more with Live X. You can unlock rewards, play interactive games like the Score Predictor, and you can access exclusive benefits. It's all designed to bring you closer to the action. All you got to do is use the Live Golf app. It's Live X. All right, so Suen Hang had some time earlier to catch up with Charles Howell III to discuss this beautiful golf course here and how challenging it can be. Take a look.
You played here in 2015, so I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit. Let's get really technical. What shots and trajectories get rewarded on greens like these?
So I think the first thing the viewer is going to see is the greens are actually quite large, but for the golfer they're actually small because they're all quadrants and sections. And one thing a little bit different here than most courses is the amount of slope in them. So all the slopes, the spines, and the crowns that separate the different quadrants are actually quite severe. So you'll see a lot of players this week on the green and probably won't be able to lag putt the ball within 5 to 6 feet, a lot of putts. So not only is it's always about hitting greens, but this course more than most, it's about hitting the right parts of the green.
Well, we're here on the 5th green. It's a par 5.
Yes.
And I think this gives us a great indication on the undulation that you're mentioning.
Yes.
On the screens, we have the waves graphics, and I think it's a great way to show the undulation and the waves. If you were to drop a little water droplet, that's where it falls off. So it just shows where all the slopes are.
Yep.
So we're here on the 5th. I want you to break it down for us. It is a tricky green.
This hole here is actually one of the key holes. If you drive the ball in the fairway, you have a great chance to knock it on in 2. But if we look at the left side of this green here, and then there's for sure going to be a hole location up in this corner here, which looks relatively benign until you get up here. And if your ball's right here on the front of the green, you're going to have a really hard time stopping this.
Yeah.
If you hit it in the back center of the green, you have a really hard time stopping this ball off that massive slope. So you have a hole location that looks maybe on TV, it looks relatively benign left center of the green. If you're not exactly pin high, you're going to have a really, really hard time putting. So I think this is kind of a great example. You can hit a good shot, you get the right mounting, you can make an eagle. However, you get on the wrong side of the green, you're 3-putting and making par. So this is a wonderful example of how severe these greens are and what it'll be this week.
Where's the one place you absolutely cannot be here on the 5th?
Long, absolutely cannot be long. You look at how, you look here, oh man, this green's really sloped back to front, so I have a backstop there, which is fine. But most guys are coming in this hole with a long iron or wood in 2.
Right. Long
comes into play really quick, and that's just the one place here you cannot miss this ball. You won't get the ball up and down from long most times, and you're making par on a birdieable hole, and you're kicking yourself.
Great job from Suen, hang there with Charles Howell III from Crushers GC. I got to ask you about Crushers because that team is hot right now. They're surging up that team leaderboard. What does a team like that need to do to see themselves at the top?
They just need to play the way they have been. I mean, Paul Casey's been playing great. Charles Howell always plays great. I mean, and Nearbon, he's sneakily playing great. And then Bryson's obviously Bryson.
Yeah.
So the 4 of them they're 4 such different people, but they play such a similar type of game where they just always play consistent. That's why they've always been on, near the lead. And they're going to be tough to play. They're going to be tough to catch on this course, I believe.
We're getting closer to that shotgun start. I got more for you, but first let's toss it back over to Rachel Drummond live on the range as we speak. Rachel, over to you.
Right, we've got athletes, we've got celebrities, we've got greatest of all time. This is your first time at LIV. Talk to us about the experience so far.
Oh, it's been super exciting. I've actually been to the one in Vegas when the Super Bowl, but it's super exciting golf, man. I mean, you got the great players out here. The game is a lot fun. The energy is here, the music. It's extremely warm, to be not participating, but I told them if anybody gets hurt, they can call me in off the bench.
What would you like to add to that? I hear you peering in the background. Why is golf the greatest game of all time?
It shows the mark of a man, the characteristics of a man, It's one of the games that you have to play honestly. It tells your character, and I just love going out there with my friends and lying about my score.
So everything that it's not. Let's talk about who would win. You're in a 3-4 ball. Who's going to lift the trophy?
Who's going to lift the trophy? Out of us? Well, he played more than all of us.
Yeah. He'll lift the trophy.
I'll lift the trophy. They may
win it.
Lift it. That'll be my contribution to the team is lifting the trophy up.
I would definitely pick you to lift the trophy. Now, who are you following today?
Well, I'm a lefty, so Phil Mickelson, Bubba. I'm waiting for Bubba to turn an ankle so they can look over here at me. I'm ready. I got my glove in my back pocket. I'm ready to go.
Hey,
you got your golf shoes on?
No, he's
got his Gucci's.
I can go. I'm going to take these off. This is exactly, just in case a modeling session breaks out, I want to make sure I'm ready. Oh, they're not modeling today?
Yeah, they do. Anytime you show up, it's a modeling call.
Final question. Who's going to win?
I say Bryson. Bryson's been on a hot streak, man, and the dude's been everywhere. I hope all this extra stuff he's been doing outside, the Indy 500, the White House, and everything else doesn't derail him from the momentum he's had over the last few weeks. But he is a great dude. All these guys are great dudes, but I got it on Bryson.
You can't pick yourself. Who's going to win?
I'm going to go with Bubba. I'm going to go with my boy Bubba. We're going to shake up the world today.
Finally, come on, final.
Andy Ogletree.
Now we're talking.
Justin Johnson.
Love it. Have the best day, guys. Behave yourselves.
Oh, wow. That changes everything. Wait a minute. We're at another place we have to behave.
Right, let's keep going. Let's have a little look just to finish off at the range. See who's out here last. Neiman, of course, had his best result in the major not so long ago. Let's have a little look at Neiman. You don't want me. I am sweating buckets here. You cannot see that here, but the heat is unbelievable. Just warming down with a few wedges. So silky under the watchful eye. Let's get a look at Rahm as well. Oh, and we've got Bryson. What a range. This is when all the boys, the big boys, they come out at the end, not to be disturbed. Had an amazing result. Finding some form. I don't think there's a better iron player. And let's have a little look at Bryson. As always, got his foresight and his watchful team. Again, finishing with some wedges on the warm down. He has those exceptionally long clubs. They're all the same length and exceptionally massive grips. Probably wouldn't recommend that at home, but I might get some more lessons. So maybe give it a go. He's hydrating, staying at the White House. Right, that is all from me. It's going to be a fantastic day. Keep an eye out on our new star, Jose Le.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I couldn't agree with Rachel more about Bryson. It seems like he's completing all of these side missions. He's going to the White House. You see him in a helicopter. You see him at Indy 500. He credited LIV, though, to giving him extra time to strategize.
Well, he's living. I mean, he's just living. He's enjoying everything he's doing right now. And he's got every right to do it. I mean, he's the guy right now.
Well, we are at the midway point of the season here at LIV Golf. There's so many storylines to talk about. So to chat about a little bit more, we're going to toss it to the boys in the booth. David Faraday, Arlo White, over to you.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. It's lovely to be with you after a mini mid-season break, after Bryson's heroics in Korea last time out. It's a gorgeous day here. Lake Manassas behind us, just by the 18th green. There's going to be lots of drama there on Sunday. The Robert Trent Jones Golf Club, David. Yeah. What are the players going to face on this course this week?
This is one of Robert Trent Jones Sr.'s his very best. It's a great golf course. It's long. It's narrow in places. It's not as narrow as they're going to see at the U.S. Open, but the rough is, there's plenty of it. It's going to be very hard to hit greens that are going to be very, very quick. So it's a great preparation.
So it's the start of the second half of the LIV Golf League season. Only 6 regular season events to go. Warko Neiman leads the standings, but Bryson's victory got him into second, just ahead of Jon Rahm. It is all to play for here in Virginia.
Wonderful job. Thank you, David and Arlo. Let's take a look at the individual standings as we head into round 1 here in Virginia. Joaquin Neiman leading the way. Bryson DeChambeau right there. Pat, talk us through this leaderboard as you look at it.
The superstars at the top. You know, my boy Div Pooch is out this week, unfortunately, but you know, stacked leaderboard. I'm waiting for Brooks to kind of climb up that board a little bit the way he, you know, usually plays. He hasn't played too well this year, but I'm expecting him to climb up that board.
All right, this is our top 24 here. Yeah, shout out to HB3. He's been quietly trending 4 straight events in the top 25. Talk about his game for a little bit, Pat.
This is what is going to get dicey right here. These boys they're safe for now, but they're still going to need another about 15, 18 points to be really safe this year. And you know, Thomas Peters and Harold, you know, actually the bottom 4, they got to get going.
All right, now here is the open zone. As you're looking at this, Pat, does anything jump out to you here? Any guys on this list?
Dustin, the captain, has just not played the way I expect Dustin to. I mean, we always talk about Bubba and how well he's been putting, but he's just not scoring enough to get enough points. You know, DJ, he's just got to get it going. He just has not played well, you know, in the way DJ usually plays.
You know how it feels to have that pressure, especially this time of the year. What is the best thing to do mentally, physically, just to get yourself out of your own head?
If I did, I'd still be playing. I don't know.
All right, let's go down here. This is when it gets a little tricky, Pat.
These guys they need phenomenal weeks all the way in. There's no way around it. You know, Steely and then Jonesy and Polt, all these guys, they need a phenomenal week. Because the problem is you can't just finish, you know, in the points every time because you can't get enough points. These guys got to finish top 10 at least twice, maybe have a 5th or a 2nd. That's about it.
Yeah, well, you see this list here. We're going down a little further.
Miracle. I mean, you know, unfortunately, the bottom guys, you know, the last 3 didn't played enough. But AK, you know, Wade, and he's an alternate. But Gracie's in the same position he was last year, and you know he got kind of a gift this year to play this well this year, and you know Mito's a phenomenal player. I don't know what's happened this year, but these guys, you know, I don't want to say they're a miracle, but they almost need to win now.
Talk about the team, and when a guy is not playing his best, right? You find yourself at the bottom of the list. What's the best way to handle that?
Some guys leave you alone. Some guys they give you pep talk, but the bottom line is you have to actually go and do it yourself. There's always a team thing, right? Like every other team sport has a, you know, hey bro, come on, we need to get going. I know we do. Okay, I just need to get it going. So you can say it 1,000 times, but then it can get to a point where it's actually annoying.
Right.
Like, come on, bro, let's go. Come on, bro, let's go. He knows what he's got to do. Mito knows exactly. He was an individual player for a long time. He's still an individual player on a team, but he knows what he's got to do. So it's not necessarily leaving him alone. It's like, hey, we're here if you need us, but go do you. And you know, you just have to be able. You just got to go do it. You still got to do it. The team thing is one thing, but you know, he wants to win as an individual, and he wants to help his team. But you know, being on him and harping, and then they say, come on, bro, come on, bro. That doesn't always work. He knows what he's got to do. He knows they want him to play well. he, more than anybody, has the most pressure to play well for himself.
You couldn't have answered that question any better, Pat.
I was that guy for 3 years.
All right, well, we want to thank you guys for watching and joining us here at the Club 54 pre-round show. We will see you in the post following the main coverage with your favorite LIV Golf analysts in the main show. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the post. That's it for us. I only got one more thing to say. You ready, Pat? 1, 2, 3. Peace.
And 5 of our last 7 events are here in the United